Hello, fellow Rosarians. Thank you for joining me today. Mid-February, snow outside, 20 degrees, but I still have roses arriving. This is my first bare root shipment. This arrived from Edmunds Roses. I've done unboxings from them in the past, and I didn't get any kind of shipping notice that this was on the way. I'm quite frankly surprised that it came in February. Typically, unless I ask a vendor to send early, they're looking at your zone and deciding when is the best time to send the bare roots. Now is not the best time. I'm in zone 8A, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and open it. And then if you get roses, like me, early in the season, I'll talk about how we are going to take care of them. So what do we look for when we unbox a bare root rose? Well, we hope that we're getting the variety that we ordered. Bare root roses are graded on a scale. Grade 1 is 3 canes the size of a pencil. 1.5 and 2 do not have 3 canes the size of a pencil. So I will pop that up here as a reminder what each grade is. We are also looking to make sure that the canes are green and that they're not dried out in shipment. And how do they do that? They wrap the entire rose, root and cane, in a sealed bag. And you should actually see condensation inside the bag a little bit, or some kind of moisture to let you know that they stayed moist through shipment. We also want to make sure that the crown for grafted roses are firm and not soft. I can't remember which ones I got that were own root and which were grafted, so we'll take a look at that together. What am I expecting here in this shipment? I think 5 roses. That's 5, 6, 7, 8 roses in this shipment. We're off to a good start. I'm looking inside and I see the plastic bag. Although I'm not seeing any moisture condensation, which is a concern. Oh. So I don't know why people do this. I don't know why vendors ship bare roots, and I don't know why they would ship a bare root and not cover the entire thing. This is how a rose gets dried out. I mean, you can see that there is no condensation at all in this bag, which tells me that this didn't stay moist through shipment. That moisture is also going to protect it with the elements and the snow. So what do we do if we receive our roses and the bag is not closed off? Take a picture. You want to make sure that you send it to the vendor to say, this really needs to be in a enclosed bag. I want to let you know that I have a concern that they dried out in shipment. So this rose is pushing out new growth. That doesn't indicate that it's healthy by any means, just that it has energy in the canes, that it's pushing out new growth. What we look for to make sure that a rose is not dried out is you're looking for striation in the canes, and that indicates stress and that the rose is just really thirsty. And I do see striation in these canes. Let me see if you can get here. Oh gosh. It'll be lines in the canes indicating that they are very thirsty. Even before we continue going further, what am I going to do with these canes? I'm going to put them in a baby pool of water and immerse the entire thing, canes, root, and all. And normally I would soak for 24 hours, but based on the fact that these roses are dried out, I'm going to probably soak them for 2 days and hope for the best with these roses. So let's go ahead and unbox these. It looks like they have some kind of a peat in here that they had hoped would keep the roots moist. They hoped would keep the roots moist. It has not. The peat itself is even dry in these roses. So remember, we're looking for 3 canes the size of a pencil, and when you're grading a rose, you're looking for off of the union of the graft, it should be 3 canes. And this is 3 canes. This actually counts as 1 cane, even though there's 3 of them here. It's 1 off of the main crown, 2 and 3. So this is 3 canes, the size of a pencil, and it's very dry. This variety is Color Splash, and it's an own root. Here's a great example of a grade 1 rose. Not that it's large, but very easy to see. 3 canes coming off of the main graft, the size of a pencil. This one is Adolf Horstmann. It's a hybrid tea, and that one is grafted. This is Dancing in the Dark, and this one is absolutely huge. The roots look good. Let's see. Yep, looks great. And this is grafted. If you're interested in what is a grafted rose, I've done a video on that that tells you the difference between grafted roses and own root. And sometimes if you have an option between own root and grafted in the same variety, it might make sense for you to go with one or the other. So check out that video. All right, this one is Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart is a new variety this year. Edmunds got an early release on that. It's actually not supposed to be fully released to the public until next year. Some of the vendors do get early releases. Grace Rose Farm got an early release. The name escapes me right now what that rose is. And I don't know that Menagerie got an early release this year, but some of the vendors do get an early release, and it's a year before the rest of Commerce gets the roses. This is Ti Amo. Ti Amo is a beautiful red rose. Let's see. Yeah, this is grafted, so be aware. When you see a cane coming out, a new growth, below the graft, you want to make sure that you take that out, because that is Dr. Huey. And I've done a video on what is Dr. Huey to share with you. This is Garden Flame. Looks good. You know, besides being totally dried out, I'm happy so far with this shipment. Wahike, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. W-A-I-H-E-K-E. I've been looking at this one for a long time, and I've just put off ordering it, but I love the color on this rose. Roots are kind of short, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, one more, and this is a drift rose. I am very fond of drift roses. Some of you might think it's not special, or similar to knockouts where they're just everywhere, common. But I love how prolific they are, and having them in the front of a border to just carry me through the entire season when the rest of the roses are kind of lagging. Look at that root system on this. It is really healthy. Just a beautiful rose. So let's look at prices from Edmunds. They were priced differently based on the variety, and it looks like Garden Flame, Ti Amo, and Martha Stewart were $40. Wahike and Popcorn Drift and Dancing in the Dark were at $30, and then $34 was the Adolf and the Splash. Shipping was free, so the total for all of my roses was $280. So looking at the warranty from Edmunds, I'm not sure if it changed. I'm going to have to look back in my records, but it's 90 days that you have to watch your rose and make sure that it thrives. So make sure you're taking those pictures and you're letting the vendor know that they arrived dried out, so that at least you're one step forward in that documentation process. I really hope that these roses thrive this year, because there's some wonderful varieties. I hope this video was helpful. I'm going to be doing other unboxings this year, and I can't wait to share them with you. Thanks so much for joining me, Rosebuds. I'll see you in the next video.